Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever may be the case. My name is Cecil Young. I've been doing this show now for about, my lady has said, about 3 years now. And as I said before, what I so-called have done is blew the whistle. I blew the whistle about contaminated dirt piles that kids were playing on in our neighborhood on the east side, and I blew it because I knew that these contaminated dirt piles could lead to these kids coming down with some kind of cancer or some kind of disease or something that would cause them and their families to regret the fact that no one said nothing about these piles. Where I was told about these piles by health inspectors who was afraid to say something about it, okay, who worked in the building where I was working as a security guard, Nightline, working as a security guard. But as a community activist, I was being told that these piles are very dangerous and something needs to be done about it, and I should do something about it. So as a whistleblower, I did do something about it. I complained to the state, I complained to the Connecticut Post, and a number of other officials. And as a result of working with the city after 27 and a half years, the city terminated me because I had the audacity to want to complain, which cost them $250,000 to remove these contaminated dirt piles, okay? And as a whistleblower, okay, I have no problem in losing my job because I felt like these piles were something that should not have never happened in our neighborhood. But it goes on like that because, again, as I said before, I've been a community activist speaking about all kinds of issues, putting more police in public housing projects. I talked about housing authority woes, which I will be showing you a photograph in a short while, okay, about the mouse droppings as a result of those contaminated piles and so on that I've been talking about for a while, okay? As a community activist for over 60 years, I guess you could say I'm 75 years old now, all right? I've been a community activist in the city of Bridgeport for almost 60 years. I'm 75 now. I just turned 75 April 6th. And again, I have those folks who know about the importance of being given a second chance. And I pleaded with the mayor, I pleaded with Councilman Newton, I pleaded with the city council as a whole, that someone please look into my situation in terms of my unjust termination with the city being there for 27 and a half years to be terminated because I had the audacity to want to take off my security hat and put on my community activist hat and say something about these contaminated dirt piles. But I say thank God to Councilman Lugal, okay, George Cruz, who planted the seed with Councilman Newton, okay, who is our Moses, okay, all right, to want to do something about my termination at some point in time. And he decided to want to get Councilwoman Anita Martinez to follow up along with that. Okay, so they requested that the city of Bridgeport, the director and the mayor's chief of staff look into my unjust termination and meet with me and meet with them, okay, and to discuss to see whether or not the city was justifiable in terminating me, all right? After 19 years, okay, I have not worked with the city of Bridgeport because of this pressure and because of what they have brought me through. And I'm saying to you, yes, I could not let it go because of what they've done to me. They've done a lot of damage to me personally, physically, psychological-wise, likewise my family as well. And I'm saying the mayor was given a second chance, all of these above were given a second chance, and I deserve a second chance to prove my innocence, to prove that I should have never been terminated. I should have been never denied my benefits as a city employee for 27 and a half years. And it troubles me because I know that now, because of what Councilman Newton just did the other day and Anita did the other day, I'm going to have a chance to now bring before you again all of the above documentation showing that I was truly unjustly terminated, all right? I was truly unjustly terminated for so-called allegedly not coming back to work on March 16, 2006. You see here a letter terminating me, okay, indicating that because I have not returned to work as of March 16, 2006, my position is hereby eliminated because I have so-called not returned to work. You see here, I did return to work on March 16, 2006. And it troubles me that the city of Bridgeport would allow such a thing to go on and allow my rights to be violated the way that they were in terms of those officials who knew better. The city attorney and all the above knew better in terms of what was going on pertaining to my unjust termination. It did not have to happen that way. You don't have to cover up for what they did to me 16, 19 years ago. Crime is wrong. Hate crime is illegal. Civil rights violation is illegal, and it should have never happened to someone like me who's given so much of this city. I asked my job, can I have a time off from work? Here's my doctor note asking that would they allow me to take off from 2027 to 2027 from 227 to 230 to 327, okay? My point is that here's 3 doctor's notes that was given to the city of Bridgeport telling them that my doctor wanted me to take off from work because I was being treated for extreme anxiety, which is something I should not have had to tell them. But I was forced to tell them that I was being treated for extreme anxiety because they would not accept my doctor's note in the beginning, saying that it was not signed by a doctor. So I had the doctor sign the note, okay? That was not still good enough because they said they wanted to give a diagnosis as to what I was being treated for. So they forced my doctor to tell them I was being treated for extreme anxiety, all right? Extreme anxiety, all right? They gave it to them in black and white. This is the same doctor's note that was given to them by Dr. Albert Walters, the same doctor that I was being treated for years and years for extreme anxiety as a result of the pressure that was being put on me by city officials. Here it is, you see in black and white. Dr. Walters referred me to Dr. Wainick, who is the clinical specialist psychiatrist, who's been treating me for extreme anxiety, all right, for now, what, 18 years, 19 years almost? Shame on the city of Bridgeport, shame on the state of Connecticut, knowing good and well that in 2005, all right, the same doctor's note that was used in 2006 was used in 2005. The same loop that was used in 2005 was used by the same doctor, Dr. Albert Walters, same signature, the same loop. Why would you turn around and disregard these matters, my doctor's notes, and add insult to injury to have Dr. Evans' secretary, Ether, confirm the fact that I was going to be getting married on March 16, 2006, that I would be leaving at 10:30 to get flowers in order to pick up to meet with Probate Court Judge Paul Ganem, who planned on marrying me and my wife my fiance at that time, Patricia Nichols, who became Patricia Young. We got married on March 16, 2006, which allowed her to be put on my insurance as a result of that. They knew all of that. But because of the amount of cover-up that they had, and the people that were involved in this cover-up, they decided to keep this thing under the rafter, and even to say that they now can't find records of it. Those on the state level said that they couldn't find any records pertaining to my unjust termination. Shame on the state of Connecticut. But I thank God for God allowing George Cruz to concentrate with my matter and to get Councilman Newton to want to follow up on this matter, and Councilwoman Nita and Martinez to say, yes, let's look into Cecil's unjust termination to see if it was unjustifiable or not. And if it was, let's say so. If it wasn't, let's say so. Let's not disregard this man's years of public service for the city for the last 27 and a half years. They shouldn't have done that, especially when you got in black and white, okay, me requesting a medical leave request. I requested a medical leave absence, all right, from Jody Paul, all right, from Labor Relations. She disregarded my medical leave request. Why? All right, I mean, disregarded my doctor. I requested a medical leave request from Janet Finch. Disregarded the medical leave request. Why? Why not give me a chance to take off after 27 and a half years? You never had a problem. You never had a write-up about me not doing my job with the city of Bridgeport, and to disregard my rights in terms of giving me a chance to get what I deserve to have is a shame and a disgrace. And I say thank God again for Assistant Attorney General Mitchell, okay? The Assistant Attorney General Mitchell who drew up this complaint, all right? Who showed that the state auditors violated my civil rights by covering up this fraud. Covering up this fraud. What am I saying? Gerald Wayne and Mike Cohead, they committed fraud. Look at it in black and white. They had hearings unnecessary and got paid unnecessary dollars from the state of Connecticut. How many other cases have they went through and done the same thing with? And then to have our Attorney General's tongue say he can't find any of these documents, I say shame on the Attorney General's tongue. There's records on file, and if you don't have a copy of it, I have a copy of it. And I say to the state of Connecticut, I say to the city of Bridgeport, this matter is not going to stop here. This matter is being passed on to the U.S. Attorney's Office in Washington, D.C. They have likewise copies of these documentations and these records, and there will be a follow-up on this. So do not take this matter for granted because it will be pursued. We're not going to allow this to happen. And for them to say that you can't find what these state auditors have done pertaining to this case, that was given to them in 2009, and in 2010, they finalized this report and gave their findings, a Republican and a Democrat. A Republican and a Democrat, either one of them should be willing to tell someone exactly where and what happened pertaining to this case that I've been talking about. There's no way in the world where this should have happened the way it happened. And that's why I say again, it's not about me, it's about we. Now what I'm going to do is, like I said before, I'm going to put on a tape recording showing from Jody Paul that she basically knew that my termination was unjustifiable because she was aware of it. I'm going to play a tape recorder to let you hear what Jody Paul said. Here are her remarks that I played last week, and I'm going to play a part of it this week. Read the letter. This is evidence that will be presented before the city council. The city council is fully aware of this situation taking place, and they will all be receiving documentations pertaining to all of the above.
that if you don't come to work immediately, June to resign, have to resign, I don't come to work. So whether the March 20th is after the fact. Because the thing says, you apply for another March 10th, that you have to come back to work, and as of Friday the 17th, you have to come back, and you did go back, whether it was an hour or a minute, you went back on the 16th, and they're sending a letter on the 20th, that's right, saying, telling him to come back to work, it's going to be, so that he followed it. That's the fact. After the fact, that's what I was told. The pretext. Yeah, what are we doing? What? I just wanted not to talk so much about what we were deciding on. I didn't have an explanation for every thing that we talked about. That might not be a decision, that might not be a great stuff. In terms of that day, he was seriously ill. He never said, I'm coming back to work today. Well, I am here to return. He came for an hour and a half. That's only a portion of his shift. So my argument was that was not really a big effort for him to work. He left that day was prior to finishing activity. If you go to your working hours on 9 to 12, you can't say, oh, I'm leaving an hour and a half. 3 hours, that's a little bit. 3 weeks. So he can get terminated for that. No, it wasn't just solely for that. It was the fact that he had been out for a long time for no reason, and they don't put big effort to it. So it says that he has to come back to work. He did come back. The city did say, well, you came back, now you terminated, he didn't work. That's right. And he sent a letter out on the 20th. I don't know when this is the 20th. I don't know when he got it. So it's after the fact. You told him, if you're not there by the 17th, 3 days later, if you're not there 3 days ago, you're gone. You didn't turn it. Well, I want to ask you a question. I know in the murder trial, we found innocent, they came up to you if you live it after. I don't know if that holds true here. I mean, if he was going on you, get a panel, you get veto. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to us, for us to make a decision, do we have to consider the other panel as their fault? No, I don't think so. It's not. I mean, based on the evidence that's in front of us, the only way we can go in his favor is if he was terminated. If he wasn't terminated, we're not here. That's right. We got evidence that's saying that I believe that he was terminated. In fact,
Now in a few minutes, I'm going to let you hear Dr. Evans indicate to me that she's making me sick, that I'm going home, saying that she's making me sick. And she will get a big laugh out of that in a moment or two. I'll give you that moment. All right, now you heard the commissioners, or the last three people you heard talk were the different commissioners that were involved in my termination matter, okay, as well as Gerald Weiner, and that's why again I say that when we meet with those city officials, whether it be today or tomorrow or sometime this week, I don't know. We got the letter on April 8th telling us that they would meet with us, and here it is, May,
May
May the what, 12th, 14th?
12th, I believe.
May the what?
12.
May the 12th, a month later, and we still haven't met yet, but we're still waiting on the meeting because the council members all have copies of the meetings notice requested from Councilman Newton and Councilman Annette Martinez indicating that they want to sit down with all the above, and they had agreed apparently to meet with me, but I haven't heard anything as of yet. If anyone out there who hears this show, would you please contact any newspaper, any TV station, any radio station, and try to get them to find out from the Connecticut Post, from the mayor's office as to when they're going to meet with this matter, to discuss this matter. And I would like to have you participate in this meeting if you could. It would definitely be appreciated. Now this is Jody Paul at a meeting with the commissioners from the State Labor Board, telling them point blank that I came in and I left an hour and a half later. I mean, 1 minute on writing, she's saying that I'm terminated for not coming to work, all right? How can this stuff go on with the State Labor Board knowing good and well that this is a public trust violation? This is a violation of the public trust, and then let this go down like this is a shame and a disgrace, and that's why I'm hoping that the governor does something before the U.S. Attorney's Office does something, because this matter will not be let go. So I'm pleading with WICC, the Bridgeport Post, News 12, and any other TV station throughout the world. Could you please help me get this message out, because these are the kind of things that has happened to me, like myself, and for 75 years I've been out here doing what I've been doing for people's rights. It's a shame and a disgrace, okay, and I say thank God for God allowing me again to be able to come on this show to express my thoughts and express what they did to me, because there go the grace of God could be you next. Don't let this happen and get away with them. Don't let them get away with this, because there go the grace of God could be you next. Thank you for listening to the show. For the best is still yet to come. Stay tuned for next week. For next week, I will continue on with the other things that I meant to talk about this week, but because of me taking so long with this, I'm going to show you the mouse droppings and me being attacked by city council members back in 2010 for me speaking out on other matters as well. Sorry again for not being able to put it on this week, but next week I will continue with what I've shown you in the past. Thank you much for listening to the show. Have a good day.